Title: When I met my wife's parents for the first time, her mom threw wine in my face and said, "That's to disinfect a poor man. Her monthly expense is $140,000. My wife laughed, so smiled and said, "Start." Her mother didn't hesitate. She lifted her glass of red wine, aimed it at my face, and threw it. The liquid burned in my eyes. "That's to disinfect a poor man," she spat. "My daughter's monthly expense is $140,000. My wife laughed. Not nervously, not defensively. She laughed with them. I smiled, wiped my face, and said, calm as a blade sliding from its sheath, "Then tonight, I'm canceling all business with your company." I loved her once. We met when she was still working in a small office, answering phones, drowning in student loans. I saw something in her, a humber, a spark. I thought I could feed it. I built her up, gave her the life she dreamed of. I remember the nights she cried when her card declined at the grocery store. I remember covering her bills, telling her not to worry. I told myself I wasn't just marrying a woman, I was marrying loyalty, gratitude, partnership. But power changes people, and money poisons faster than arsenic. The wine incident wasn't the first sign, it was just the loudest. I had noticed her late-night calls, the sudden secrecy, the casual contempt that crept into her voice when she spoke about me. Then came the slip. She forgot to log out of her tablet. I saw the messages. Not another man. Worse, her and her mother mocking me, laughing at how naive I was, planning how to secure more contracts from my company. I was their project, their ATM. They didn't love me. They tolerated me for leverage. I stared at the screen until my hands stopped shaking. Then I closed it quietly. My pain folded into something sharper. I knew exactly what I'd do. Revenge isn't rage. Revenge is patience. I started moving pieces no one could see. First, I called my lawyers. Silent revisions to contracts, clauses they'd never notice. Then I met with investors, redirected funds, isolated their company like a limb waiting to be amputated. I studied their spending habits, the private jets, the luxury handbags, the champagne bills larger than salaries. A company bleeding cash because the daughter and her mother bled it dry. All I had to do was step back, let gravity take care of the fall. But I wanted more. I wanted them to know it was me. The dinner was my stage. Their arrogance made it easy. Her father sat there, silent, spineless. Her mother was the queen, spewing venom. My wife, the princess, laughed at every insult. They thought I was trapped. So I dropped the first bomb. I've decided to end all contracts with your firm, effective immediately. The laughter stopped. Her father's fork clattered. Her mother blinked, calculating. My wife froze, wine glass trembling. I leaned back, smiling as if nothing mattered. I don't fund parasites, and I don't sleep with them either. Silence, thick, heavy, delicious. The next weeks unfolded like theater. Their company collapsed within days. Without my contracts, they had no liquidity. Vendors pulled out, investors panicked, debt collectors circled like vultures. Her mother's face appeared in newspapers. Once the socialite queen, now accused of fraud, mismanagement, desperation. My wife called me, again and again, the confident laughter gone, replaced with begging. I didn't mean it. It was just a joke. Please, you can fix this. You owe me. Oh, that word sealed it. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. But I wasn't done. 1 month later, I invited them to a shareholders meeting. They walked in, pale, desperate, clinging to dignity like it was oxygen. I stood at the head of the table, my lawyers beside me, screens behind me flashing numbers, losses, charts that showed their empire rotting. "Ladies and gentlemen," I said, "this collapse wasn't an accident. It was engineered by me." Her mother's mouth fell open. My wife's eyes filled with tears. Her father looked like he wanted to sink into the carpet. I leaned forward. "You wanted to disinfect me with wine? Consider this my reply. I disinfected you from my life. I walked away, leaving them in ruins. No screaming, no threats, just silence and numbers that spoke louder than any insult. Did I feel regret? No, I felt clean. Betrayal is a poison. The only cure is cutting it out. I gave them what they gave me, humiliation. But mine was permanent. Now, when I sip wine, I think of that night, the splash across my face, their laughter, and my calm smile in return. Because revenge is best served not cold, but smooth, silent, final.